I don't think technically I could motivate you, my man. I think you got to find that motivation within yourself, buddy. Mostly, I mean, here's the great thing. I know most people won't realize this, but you thinking that you're fat is a good start. So if you kind of comprehend that aspect of it, I think that's a great start. I think most people don't do that.
I want to get ripped and look good naked. Motivate me. Well, I mean, I don't know what to say about motivation, man. I mean, you need to turn some things around. If you know you're fat, you better do something about it. I mean, one thing. I mean, try to get nutrition or check. 2, go train, and then 3, if you need to get a blood test to see what's going on, maybe something's going on there. You can fix some things or optimize some things. And then obviously, listen, if you're fat and you say you're fat, right, or you're overweight and obese, because that's the term I like to use. Well, I mean, it's a term person, but GLP-1s or you're God's savior. I know a guy that, basically like he's a facilitator at the school that my son goes to, and the guy's overweight, bad problems. So he's been hinting at wanting to come to us. Finally, he writes and he says he wants to come. And at that point, what does he say? He goes, I want to, get all these things in check. And he goes down the list: cholesterol, high blood pressure, this and that. And then at that point, he goes, but I don't want to use anything like Ozempic. Well, we could definitely do some other things for sure, 100%. And you could definitely lose weight without using a GLP-1. But at that point, like, some of these people, I think would definitely jumpstart like their progress and get them more healthier a lot quicker. And it's a tool to be used in some cases and scenarios with people for sure. What do you think?
I think we both kind of started off the same way, and that is that if you realize you are, that's a great thing. Most people can't look at themselves and say, hey, you lack here or you lack here. So I think that's a plus. Also, I know that when it comes to, and this doesn't help anybody else except me, when it comes to my training, the way I eat, I like making it the most difficult way possible. And because I like that challenge. Now that's me. And I don't think you guys need to. So when you say that, to be motivated, I don't think you need to be Mike O'Hearn motivated or John motivated. I don't think you need that anymore. I think, if you want to go through life and you're out of shape, I think you could do the 30% motivation where get on the GLP, get on the Moxie, get on the Tesamorelin, and those things are all going to help your fat. You do mediocre workouts and some cardio, and you're golden. I think it'd be great.
I mean, it's a win-win, man. I mean, I was just telling somebody the other day, I'm like, the tools you have at your disposal now is just ridiculous. So at that point, like, if you don't use these tools, why not? Like, so definitely know your options first. And then at that point, like, look, what is the best option for you? And even seeing a blood test and seeing what's going on. Like, I guarantee if you're obese and overweight, there might be something off here that you could probably fix or optimize.
That's a great question, though, my friend. And I think you're going to move forward now and really make this happen for you. Go for another one, Jeffrey.
There is a good one right here. That was a super good one.
I think so.
This one, bam.
Hello, Mike. Dutasteride. Stop hair loss for TRT. So dutasteride. Finasteride, dutasteride. These are common like DHT blockers, right? But dutasteride in general lowers DHT and it's not going to be good for libido for sure. Testosterone knocks it in the dirt. So at that point, like, if you're taking testosterone, like, you're like, well, I'm taking testosterone, so what is that going to do for me, right? But it can lower your DHT down too low. And that's one thing that it's a give and take relationship. And at that point, I think there's better things out there for hair growth, like GHKCU or maybe a topical minoxidil, finasteride, lanthropose mix that like we have. I think those are way better options. Natural DHT blockers like saw palmetto, neti, those are really, really good ones that we have in our hair health capsules that I don't think that, you're going to have to go the dutasteride route. This is something, like I said, that will knock your testosterone in the dirt. And even if you're on testosterone, you won't feel the benefits of testosterone by taking one of these things.
Really?
Really.
Wow.
So originally, like when finasteride, I was like, all right, well, this is going to be a protocol we're going forward. Let me put this protocol. Let me see how this protocol is going to work. So we're on the protocol. Now, the studies show from 5 milligrams to 1 milligram, doesn't matter the dose, still does the exact same thing. They say there's a small percentage of people that get, the side effects. The side effects are kind of like, castration, mentally, physically, right? So you don't think about sex, you don't get horny, and at that point, there's nothing else. So that happened. That was the first thing that happened. It happened to a lot of guys out there. So there's a lot of guys out there that deal with these things. Now, you could probably unbalance it with Viagra or something like that, that extent where you can get the erection, but the libido and drive might not be there. But yeah, I see this all the time. So, at that point, even when you're on testosterone, and I was on testosterone above 1500. So at that point, like my free testosterone was at 50. So there wasn't a testosterone problem at all. Like being on the drug just knocked DHT. You start seeing DHT levels on the lower end. It's not good either. It's a balancing act, harmonic balance of the body. It's not about just knocking something totally out. It's an ecosystem, right? Even though you don't like spiders and snakes and this and that, they got to be an ecosystem for us all to live in this whole thing. So, that's kind of how it is, man. I wouldn't do testosterone for sure.
I think John's got a great point there. Does the product you're talking about stop hair loss? Yes, it does. But there's a balancing act you want to make sure to do. So I'd listen to John and talk to, give a call to Titan Medical. Here's a great one, I think. Mostly if we're going into Thanksgiving, go for it, Johnny.
How do I lift more often? Well, you got to just make the time, right? You got to definitely set goals too and work and progress to that too if you want to, right? Like you're doing 3 workouts this week, make sure you get the 4th one in next week and just keep continuing on that path. If you're getting 2 in, get 3 in, get 2.5 in, work your way up if you can, but set as a priority. I think that's the main thing because we all rationalize why we don't want to go.
I think this is a great opportunity to talk about you can lift more often if you recover better. And we were talking about that at the beginning of the show. And I think that's, like I told Mona today, is like get more glutathione, get more aminos, Hercules potion. Let's rock and roll because I'm doing the power bodybuilding. And Jeff and me just talked about how now we're squatting twice a week, deadlifting twice a week, chest twice a week. And so the only reason I can do this is because I'm recovering better.
Right.
And I think you all out there miss the fact of you can't train more if you're not recovering. It doesn't work that way. If you're training more, but you're not recovering, you're just hurting yourself and hurting your body. And so take this advantage of understanding that you have to recover. And so Titan Medical has a plethora of things that can help you recover quicker than your natural body and make sure that you do the blood work, make sure that your T levels are good, everything else is good there, your free testosterone. And again, Titan Medical can help you with that. And that way you can lift more. Don't just assume I can go in and do legs 3 times a week, which I do know people that do that. And I'm like, yeah, it's been a year now and you haven't changed at all. You're getting worse. So just think of that through. Think that through, guys. Johnny, what do you think about that aspect of it? About instead of just training more to train more, the actual recovery, or what products you have at Titan Medical that can help them do?
Obviously, I think recovery is a big one. And BPC, TB500, KPV, GHKCU even. These are all great for recovery too as well. And that's really what you want to do. Well, Mike said you want to recover. And you want to train. Don't just, I just want to recover. People are just like, I need to recover. Like, you haven't even trained yet. So make sure you're training first. But at that point, like, when you train, you got to recover great. And that's what sets people apart, and especially in how they feel and how the results are going to be and everything like that. So I definitely think that that's a big portion of it. And the healing peptides are one, growth and releasing hormone peptides is another one, because at this point, if you're raising growth hormone levels in the body, you're creating better recovery all the way around. You're creating anti-aging effect. You're creating be able to get lean muscle. You're boosting the metabolism. So many different benefits with some of these different peptides. Growth and releasing hormone peptides like tesamorelin, hexarelin, ipirelin, CJC 1295, MK677, masomorelin, which are both orals, those two. And, they're just great ones. Now, the Titan Transformation Mix, which is AOD, MOTS, tesamorelin, and ipirelin all in one blend. So 4 different things that are going to do a magnitude of different results in one injection. So I just talked to some guy in here today. He was like, man, I feel like a human pincushion. I'm injecting this one and this one and this one and this one. I'm like, well, like 4 of those items that you just named out of the 6, like we can just put in one injection for you now. He's like, oh my God, this is a game changer. So seriously, really, really cool. I just did the BPC TB500 GHKCU and KPV one today. So if you get that one's going to have GHKCU, which is going to have the blue tint to it for the copper peptide. Yeah. So you'll be injecting blue. You'll be blue.
Jeffrey has a question here.
Quick little question. Is there a difference in terms of like the dosage when they come all in one? And like, am I better off doing like the mix?
Yeah. That's a good question. It's a good question. So AOD is the exact same dose you would get in AOD, right? Tesamorelin is, instead of 12 milligrams, it's 10 milligrams. Okay, so it's a really, really still pretty good potent dose. It's not our highest dose, but it's the potent dose. Ipirelin is at the dose that you would get regularly with CJC and ipirelin. So you're getting those 2 off the bat. MOTS-C, I mean, it's a little bit underneath, but as far as like what you look at the recommended daily dose, that hits the marker there. We just did it a little bit higher on a regular MOTS-C that we had before. So, I mean, you could overlap one of these. So if you really wanted to go higher per se on one of these, you could, but you really won't need to, because at that point, like growth and releasing hormone peptides, tesamorelin by itself is the master. And then you got ipirelin just, hey, listen, I'm going to back you up. Just blast it off. You got AOD, it's like, all right, well, we're getting rid of fat. We're not storing fat. Great. And then you got MOTS-C, was like, you know what? We're going to flip the switch. We're going to ignite that mitochondria, and we're going to boost metabolic effect all throughout the body, like this exercise. So, and that's all in one injection. So if you do all 4 of those, if you do 2 injections, you get 8 different things. They're going to create 8 different results. And all synergistically be a lot better for you all the way around. And it's a peptide, so it's more of a natural effect than anything else you're going to get out there right now.
So from what I understand, it seems like it's the same thing, the dose wise.
Yeah.
Because like I know some of those products you don't take every day. Like MOTS-C is like you take twice a week.
Yeah.
And so if it's a smaller dose per day, you're getting a smaller, but you're still getting the dose for the week. So I think it's a great thing. I think it's a great thing for Titan Medical to be in the forefront of doing that.
For sure. I think that, I mean, if somebody wanted to ask me now, like, what are the Fantastic 4 therapies that I would take? I would take, obviously, the Titan Transformation that has AOD, MOTS-C, tesamorelin, ipirelin in. I take the Titan Healing Recovery one, BPC, TB500, KPV, GHKCU. I'd have my hormone replacement on point, right? And then the 4th one, it might be glutathione. I think that might be the last one I'd add in the mix. But those 4, that would be the Fantastic 4 for me, for sure.
What's the game plan for Thanksgiving for you and the family?
Ooh. So we were going to have it at the house and have everybody over there, I guess. But I don't know. I think Sharice doesn't want to cook or anything like that. I think we're going to go to Eddie V's, do it up, and bring the family there, have a nice little sit down. We've done it before. It always works out nice. No cleanup afterwards. Go home, relax, hang out a little bit. And then at that point, just chill for the rest of the day.
I love it. I love it. For our family, Jay, we are. I got lucky with Mona's family and her sister. Incredible cooks. They love it. That's what they do for their fun, and so they start cooking in the morning, and then they don't stop. They love it, and so we're gonna have the whole families, her family, my family, and everybody here. Thanks for asking. Hope you have a great Thursday, and we're all working out in the morning. And Titan's going with us to the workout. So it's a family workout, a football game that early morning. All the kids are playing some football, so all the parents will be out there helping out. And then the feast.
That's awesome.
A real old school kind of 70s, 80s Thanksgiving here at the O'Hearn House.
Yeah, that's awesome. I remember back in the day up north, man, my dad, we used to have a turkey bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Every Sunday. It'd be awesome. All right. How do you beat insulin resistance? Well, diet's one thing, training's another. I mean, you can use GLPs to reverse insulin resistance too as well. So, naturally, you're going to have to eat better. You're going to have to train better. You're going to get better sleep. I mean, this is something that you can try to reverse the insulin resistance that you have going on right now. But obviously, some people just can't do it. I don't know if they're just not able to, just self-control wise and not eating or being able to do all these things because they've never done it before. But at that point, GLPs are a good thing for, reversing insulin resistance.
Yeah, I think this is a much deeper question than what's here because it's a great question. I think it's a real great question. And as you age, your body continues to be more and more sensitive. So I was watching a great documentary talking about the breakdown of the body with carbohydrates. And I thought it was amazing for anybody out there. And I'll get the name and have Jeff put this on this post later today. But watch how the body kind of, when we're young, the utilization is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's like anything, man, we're all going to check out at one day and the body deteriorates slowly. So push that off the utilization of carbs as long as you possibly can. Be smart when you're young, and then understand when the body starts fighting against you on this. And Johnny, again, if your body's just losing the battle, John's here to help you guys out win that battle regardless.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with doing that and being healthy.
No, definitely not. If you can reverse things like diabetes, or insulin resistance, you can reverse these things. I mean, that's a great thing for sure. Now you got to be able to change your lifestyle too to continue on, and not just. I wouldn't use the medication as a crutch. A lot of people do.
What's that name there, Jeffrey?
His name, TaraClear.
TaraClear. That's a superhero name. Yes, we come over every year for 3 events overseas in the UK. So we are there. We're there every year. Just keep an eye on our social media pages on the tours.
Yeah. What up, Mike? Looking ripped, bro. Definitely an inspiration. Yeah, he is for sure.
I appreciate that, my friend. I appreciate that. I check Johnny's feet every day. The abs are on checkpoint.
Trying to keep him.
I got a competition though for you because I think Titan's abs are really starting to come in.
Oh my God. And that comparison you guys do with my that was good. That was really good.
Oh! I got so many funny messages. The goat wrote me, the powerlifting goat wrote me. He goes, "I'm so love that you did that." The comparison. He's like,
yes.
I'm laughing my butts off. We did a funny comparison yesterday, but the point of it was showing you that the most non-knowledgeable person that just stays somewhat consistent can have a very good physique relative to the person that knows everything, but it can't apply anything.
Right.
So, guys, if you're out there, read, study, but put it into action.
Right. Sometimes things look good on paper, but in real instances, they're not good. It doesn't work. Or it doesn't come out the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, no, that's very true. Yes, motivation does need to come from within. true motivation. Yeah.
Ever suffered depression or beating yourself up over life, Mike?
Yeah, I dropped. Life hits everybody. I take things. I take life pretty darn serious. So yeah, I dropped out of phase, but it was actually one of my best phases of my entire career in life, which is an odd thing to say. When you do drop, you find this whole other savage. So, my friends, if you guys are dealing with things, and I know that everybody kind of deals with, I'll leave this up here for a second. I know everybody deals with this kind of emotional hits. A lot of people do, not everybody, sorry. Especially around the holidays. I hope you have friends. I hope you talk about it, and I hope you reach out to somebody. I've had too many people that cut life short because they couldn't talk. They couldn't go outside of their own mind. So that's a serious subject right there. Thank you for asking that. Yeah. Johnny, any thoughts on this and the people you deal with? And I know that John was out there this weekend tremendously giving back to society and helping out people. And so for me, thank you for doing what you did this weekend, John. But
yeah, I mean, listen, I think everybody gets down. Depression can happen from a number of different things. And, I don't know if I've ever categorized myself as depressed, maybe in some instances, I guess, in life, for short term. But, beating yourself up, I've definitely beat myself up a lot. And, you got to stop. So depression, it's time to get out. You got to find someone out. And at that point, find something that will pull you out, right? And not a negative thing, but a positive thing. For a lot of people, that could be working out, right? Like that is one thing that I could tell people. Like something, everybody has an outlet for their stress, right? And you take on the stress, and that's like bad energy that you're pulling in your body. It starts breaking down. How do you get it out of your body? Some people meditate, some people work out, some people shoot guns, some people clean houses, cook, right? There's all different types of people. So you got to find whatever your outlet is and go do it. Now, I'm telling you, for the gym, for me especially, mentally, physically, like that's the place. Like I could literally I don't think about anything but what I'm doing. I've come up with some of my best ideas in the gym. So, blood flowing, synapses popping. That's what you want, and you get that dopamine up too as well in the body. It's crazy, but yeah, I think that everybody goes through one time in life for sure.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of a 400-pound trans strongwoman, Jamie Booker? What do I think of a 400-pound man?
I don't think much of a 400-pound man that's competing against women.
Yeah, that's not impressive to me at all. It just isn't. I want to see you go against the other guys. You're 400 pounds. How big is the biggest power lifter? What do you think weight wise, Mike? You know that better than I would probably guess.
Strongmen 450. Thor's 450 and stuff. I've gone against judo guys that were 400. There's some big, thick Asian Mongolians, just monsters. Yeah, big people, but they fought men. Men, which is again, I think that circles back. This last question was. Anyways, yeah.
Yes.
I hope that he seeks the help and the mental help that he needs to understand that. Yeah. Thank you. Dagestan?
That's awesome.
I will say this. Is that Dagestan? Am I reading that right? So this Saturday, I got to say this. I'm sorry, Johnny. This is outside of the spectrum, but
please.
You talk about focus and I mean, I was at a huge MMA tournament this weekend on Saturday. And on Saturday was the kids. On Friday was the men. And so we were there with Jocko and all these guys on Friday, just savage guys, girls. But Saturday we got there, and these kids, not much older than mine, were grappling, and the quality was just, I'm sitting there watching these kids, and you watch anybody that's really great and it's art. Watch Michael Jordan play basketball. That's freaking art. It's just so effortless. Ballet, it just any kind of aspect of life. These people are beautiful to watch. I'm watching these kids, and it looked like a chess match. And the kids weren't more than 7, 8 years old. The way they were going at each other and manipulating each other to get the other person to move in a certain way. And I know that's martial arts, but I just love the mindset of the kids that young, already going, I want to do this hard stuff. And the reason I bring this up is because the coaches from Dagestan came out with their kids, and I wouldn't have rolled with their kids. Their kids couldn't have been more than 11 or 12 years old.
Wow.
They were just the coaches themselves. I'm just, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Both hands looking, and
They separated themselves.
they did separate. Yeah.
I knew when I walked in, the energy.
They were like, this is our religion.
It's,
These kids came out and did some sweet ass judo mixed in with their wrestling, mixed in with I was like, artwork. And they always talk about Dagestan. And man, props to the people over there that are teaching these kids to be these true peaceful warriors. So great job to you guys over there. It's just a different level. And I know that America is got relaxed these few years. And Cormier sent his kids over to Dagestan for 2 months to train. And the kids came back and they go, we don't train here in America. They wake up, they do gymnastics in the morning, they grapple in the afternoon, and they do workouts at night, but it's like 3 times a day for hours. And I'm like, whew, it's going to be hard for us to beat these other countries that are doing this kind of training.
For real, that's impressive.
Hey, how'd you do, Titan? You did good?
Really good.
You did good?
Put up. Where do you start if you have high blood pressure? Well, one, we look at the sodium intake, and we look at how my diet is. I'm doing hormone testing for sure, making sure estrogen is up, and then at that point, like getting your diet in check, man. I mean,
Come here. Come here. No, come here.
Yeah.
He got tabs. He wants to show them to everybody now.
Good man. Hey, listen, that's something. Hey,
Yeah, good point.
Tell them
you
to
got it. That's something you got. You got
Send
that. A
out
lot of
the
people
time
don't
what happened
know.
with the
Everyone has.
competitions back then.
How'd it go Saturday?
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about Sunday.
Let's talk about Sunday.
Sunday because you won Sunday. Get out of here.
Yeah, I got first place into the wrestling competition
Yeah.
at Sunday. So I got the.
The gold medal.
Hey,
Good job, Titan.
good job. Good job.
Thank you. Say thank you.
Proud of you. That's awesome.
I like that this guy knows he's got high blood pressure and wants to take care of that.
Yeah.
Can I also ask you, sir? Oh, maybe it's not, sir. I'm sorry, my eyesight. That's ma'am. Can you tell us? I'm assuming your doctor told you that there's a problem. And can you tell me what they recommended for you to do? I would love to hear their input on this. Okay? So please get back to us before the end of the show today.
Yeah.
And then
It's
Johnny,
it's definitely something you should check out. Make sure it's in check is your blood pressure for sure.
right?
Yeah.
What's your recommendation to somebody or anybody out here that maybe doesn't know their blood pressure is an issue right now?
I would definitely get it checked, make sure it's accurate. The machine that you're going to, a lot of people go to like CVS or Walgreens and go put their little hand in the cuff and see where it is. Make sure it's calibrated correctly, or whoever's doing it knows how to do a blood pressure reading. Make sure that's right. If it's not right, this is what I would do. What I would do is I would get an at-home tester, and I would test my blood pressure 3 times a day. 1 in the morning, right when you wake up, before you eat, before you do anything. 2 at lunchtime, right before you eat. 3 right before bedtime, right before you go to sleep. If you do that for a week, maybe 5 days, and have that average of what your blood pressure is at those times. When you're waking up in the morning and your blood pressure is, if it's not where it needs to be, there's a problem. At lunchtime, things can happen. Right before, bedtime, you're probably relaxed. See, Mike's got his. Dude, it's essential for you to check these things. And then once you have your blood pressure and you're like, all right, well, my blood pressure is high. What am I going to do? Well, you got to look at your diet and see what's going on. That's what I'm talking about. Mike is on point, dude. Mike's on point about all these things. That's why he looks and he is the way he is. So, but this is what you got to do. You got to check that blood pressure, make sure it's in check. If it's not in check, change the diet. That's a big part of high blood pressure. Genetics can play a part in blood pressure, but exercise and diet are going to be your best go-tos. After that, you can look at some different things on lowering blood pressure, but I would go through those 2 steps first. And if you can get weight off, that would probably lower your blood pressure too as well. So if you're overweight, that's another thing. Get the weight off. I guarantee everything starts being healthier at that point. Thank you to both of you. Thanks to Type Medical for my free testosterone. That's where it's supposed to be. Making great gains at 57 years old, 5'10", 192 pounds, and around 10% body fat. Feeling great. That's awesome, Art. That's awesome.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I love this.
57, rocking and rolling, man.
He looks good too. That's not just like
Yeah.
you say. He's not a typical 57. He looks good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Great.
Nice.
Making gains at 57 years old. Who say you can't make gains after 40?
The average people.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Who
who's-
wants to be average? Nobody. Go in a room, like, hey, who wants to be average? Actions speak louder than words. Doing the Titan peptides, BPC 157, TB 500. Very pleased with the results. Very cool. Very, very cool. See, guys, these things work. Can these peptides help with cubital tunnel syndrome? Cubital tunnel syndrome.
Jeffrey, we do our
It's
search.
the compression of an irritation of the nerve in the inner elbow.
Wow.
So is it a lack of space, or the blood flow through is causing the irritation, or not?
So it's when the nerve gets compressed
Pressed.
and then irritated, and then because of that, it gets numb, starts
Right.
to tingle.
Oh,
You get pain in the ring and pinky fingers, weakness in the hand, a little burning of the arm.
I'm going to say this real quick, and I'm assuming that you know this because you got it checked. Make sure that the space or whatever is compressing the nerve gets fixed ASAP. Are they saying it's just a thing that you have to live with? Because it's amazing that they're saying that.
No, it says get that shit treated.
Yeah,
It says you better get that treated, or it can lead to permanent nerve damage.
So-
muscle wasting.
If
Yeah.
anybody out here has nerve damage of some sort, and you're thinking, oh, it will go away, or I'll just willing to live with it, understand the nerve is screaming and also dying.
yeah.
And when that nerve dies, guys, that's not something you wait. It's not something you wait. So make sure to get in there and get that taken care of. So don't look for a BPC or TB 500 to fix. Go get the nerve released.
Yeah. I got it from overtraining.
No, compression on a nerve is not from overtraining. It's from deterioration.
What else we got here?
Well, you had one about the dutasteride 2.5.
2.5. He's going for an asteroid on a low dose?
Would you recommend taking 2.5 mg of dutasteride? You kind of answered the similar
No.
question.
He's going against it.
I wouldn't do dutasteride. I wouldn't do finasteride orally. I would do it topically. They do dutasteride topically, but dutasteride attacks your testosterone, man. I'm not attacking testosterone. I'm just not going to do it. Some people might want it. And listen, there's plenty of people out there that might not care about sex or anything like that, and keep their hair or try to listen. Everybody's different. You pick what you want. But I can tell you this. I mean, they've got some things in the making where they've got some things where they're going to bring back follicles of hair. So I would wait a little bit longer, guys. And all you guys are having hair thinness and all that. I think the game is going to be revolutionized and changing.
10 years, Titan's going to have the same hair.
Yep.
By the time he's 18, that hair will be this. It's like I saw Kurt Russell yesterday in a new show. Kurt Russell's hair at 80 years old is the same as Snake Plissken. I'm like,
Really?
God, he has great hair.
Yes.
Kurt Russell, it's
Yes.
ridiculous.
Yes.
Awesome, man.
Yes.
Oh,
He's classic. Kurt Russell's classic.
baseball player.
Yep. Yeah, another one, right?
Yep.
Thanks, guys. I got a home gym, so I'm on my way. Yes. Use it. Use it.
I will say this about home gyms for everybody. I'm glad you have home gyms. Still go to the gym.
Yeah.
Still go to the gym. Break it in there every once in a while. Yes, home gyms and it's never get comfortable. I know that kind of sucks. Well, I made the home gym so I don't have to go. I know, but there's still a nice little battle that you do at the gym and turn it on. That's just my point. You don't have to, obviously, but we love squatting at the house because it's our racks and everything. And it's like, we got to, but still, it's like you go squat in the gym and you're going to just man up a little bit more. So
I think it does bring a bigger presence because you're in front of people. Yeah, for sure. True thoughts of the world.
oh, let's not do that. My social media kind of references what I believe. John, you shouldn't answer that. You're a good man. You run a business. Johnny loves the world.
I love the world, but our world needs help. That's all I can say. A lot. I've got older. My sleep has really suffered. Any tips on how to circadian rhythm? We were talking about that before in a couple episodes. That was one. But, really like prioritizing sleep, making an effort to get good sleep, not being like up or having things keep you up like your phone or your TV or whatever it may be. And
Absolutely.
then, the other one would be like Titan Serenity for us. I mean, it's a natural sleep formula as far as that goes to get you sleep. You've seen the new things that came out about melatonin now. Now they're linking it to heart problems and high heart risk. So there's some different things that you don't want to be using out there that are highly marketed for use. I would go the more natural route: L-theanine, magnesium, taurine. I mean, these are great ones to help.
Stephen, I will do this. Stephen Hulk. I will put up my protocol for bed and the supplementation that I do. Titan Serenity is one of the things that I do. So there's some great concepts. I've been getting the last couple of weeks. I've taken a lot of. I continue to try to learn, just so everybody understands. I'm continuing to try to learn, and I guarantee the next 12 weeks. It's been, I think, 3 weeks now. I'm working with a guy named Chris Duffin, who's a very bright individual, and also one of the. I guess he still holds the record.
I think, he still holds the
Squat and deadlift on the same. Squatted 11 and deadlifted 1,000. Just a monster of him. But
Wow.
again, another Matt Wenning, 3 degrees. And so we've been working with him on some stuff, and my sleep has been really, really good. And I have not sent over my sleep reports to John, but I will definitely check this, and I'll put this up on a YouTube later today, guys. But Titan Serenity is the foundation for me, and that's something you can get at Titan Medical. It's John's nice little Frankenstein kind of collection of things that really help you sleep, recover, peaceful sleep. I will say this. There's a huge difference. And if you guys are doing sleeping pills and stuff, check the research. There's a difference between natural sleep and enhanced drug sleep.
Yep.
You don't recover with the medications and the drugs.
Right.
So you want the natural sleep. You want that REM sleep and deep sleep. So I'll put that up. We'll do a YouTube today.
Awesome. That's awesome. Sleep's a big part.
I so skipped out on sleep as a youngster.
Me too. That's one thing I wish I could have got a little bit more of a sleep, for sure.
Chris holds the sumo deadlift still.
Chris, what's the sumo deadlift? What does he have?
He did 1,001
1,001.
under the Guinness Book of World Records.
Guinness,
whatever it is.
yeah. 1,001. He's a man.
Wow.
This guy's a beast. But I like him and Matt Wenning and Stan Efferton because they're so book knowledge applied to themselves, then applied to others, and it all works.
Big Mike, do you deal with joint issues from years of lifting? Do you have any special mobility routines you incorporate?
I don't, and I've talked about this a lot because it's mileage. So my mileage, even though I've been training for, over 45 years, that my mileage is not as bad as these guys that believe in hypertrophy training and high reps. And so I'm the guy that will do 100 pounds once compared to the guy that does 10 pounds 100 times. And I feed it. I feed the connective tissue. I've also talked about it since the 90s in magazines that the first and foremost was connective tissue and ligaments, the fascia, the nervous system, and then muscle, where everybody else, it's all about the muscle. So I'm lucky enough to still do this today. Now, that being said, joint problems. If you are, Johnny, can you tell us about the Wolverine stack?
Yeah.
Having an IGF or something at night, test memorial, and the glutathione to bring down the inflammation.
Absolutely. So if you're dealing with joint problems from lifting, there's a couple different things you might be dealing with. One is inflammation in the body. Glutathione is going to be great for that. You're going to take away the inflammation. It's going to support the immune system, oxidative stress gone away. Next one I would do is the Wolverine stack, BPC and TB500. Now you can get the ones with KPV, which is another help healing, but those are going to help heal and protect those ligaments, joints, tendons, muscles that you're having issues with. Joint areas specifically, elbows, knees, shoulders. I mean, these are the most common places for people that have problems. So these are going to be great for that. Taking away more inflammation from there too as well, creating more blood flow to go to the area and helping with mobility too as well. After that, I would do with like either IGF-1, like Mike said, or like growth and release hormone peptide, like tesamrelin, iprolin, something of that stature. You're going to help the body repair and help with these issues too as well, and help possibly lubricate the joint areas more than they already are. And I don't know the extent of what your injuries are, but mine are pretty bad in my shoulders, and I can still get by with lifting and doing what I'm doing.
Okay. Great question. Range of motion is another one for me, just to answer the final question there.
Yeah.
And blood flow into those situations, those areas.
Does a slow incline heart rate stuff actually work for burning fat, or should you just run or do a high intensity cardio? They got studies on this, right? The incline, right?
These studies were done in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, so I mean, that tells you guys what to do.
You want body fat drop? It's a moderate. It's not running. It's just slow. It's conversation. Arthur Jones said it best. If you're having a conversation on the treadmill, you're burning fat. If you can't breathe and you're cooking it, that's cardiovascular to a high level to where you could be burning muscle and everything else. So smarter. I think it goes to the point. Just be smart about this.
Yeah.
But these are studies. You don't need to ask that one for us. You can just AI that one. And what is it? Giga
ChatGPT?
Yeah,
Chat.
ChatGPT.
Nano banana it.
Nano banana.
Oh, you don't know about
Is that a new one? Oh boy. You're getting all the good stuff. Johnny, do you ever mix them though for you?
Mix them?
Yeah, you ever go in there and go, you know what, I don't want to tussle and run. No?
No.
Yeah, I'm okay if you guys do. I mean, I do jiu-jitsu, and so that's
Oh, you're saying tussle and run?
yeah, like
Oh, yeah.
this guy's talking about body fat, but I think a good discussion right now, just a couple tidbits from you talking about, well, yeah, I still like to run or go out and play
Absolutely.
basketball or go do
Absolutely. Sorry, I misrepresented the question. Of course, any activity outside, man, I'll bust and do, right? Whether it's basketball or even throwing the football around or whatever it is. I mean, I'm down for anything like that. So, yeah, I like to like get going like that. I mean, even when I was playing ping pong against people, we played so many damn games, man. I broke a sweat playing ping pong going back.
You want Mike and ping pong?
Yeah, well, say that louder. Say that louder.
You don't want Mike and ping pong.
You don't know about
That's the
that.
thing.
You
Oh,
don't
yeah?
know. Oh,
Wait till you come down, 'cause I got the table in the house now.
Spin on his moves.
So at the jiu-jitsu, they had a whole thing of everything there, and Jeff grabs that and goes, "You don't want none of this. You don't know I'm Forrest Gump. I got a backspin. I served that thing at that ball. You don't know.
Can't wait. It is on when you come back.
Oh,
Oh,
I love it. Hey, it's just gonna have fun. I just about this. I don't do jujitsu to burn body fat. I do it because I like the battle.
yeah.
But I'll tell you this: holy cow, completely destroyed and winded. Anytime I do jujitsu and roll, man, I'm done for the day.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, it's good. It's good recovery after that, you know.
there ain't no recovery after that. Just leave me alone. I'm on the couch. Hey, the guy, I ain't doing shh. You take garbage out. I got my ass kicked by a whole bunch of 20-year-olds,
Oh man,
and I look like dessert walking into any dojo.
no
You know.
way.
Oh yeah. You get all the 190s going. I want you. I want you. Oh, I love it. Here's a great one for you.
All right, tips to burn fat with severe cartilage breakdown and pain. I mean, listen, you know, working out, doing some sort of activity, diet's one thing, right, to help burn fat. And then obviously, listen, Type Medical Center has a slew of different things and therapies that can help you lose or burn fat if you're having problems with some of your mobility or whatever is going on here. So, I mean, obviously, it sounds like you're hurt and you still want to lose some weight. So at that point, we do have some options for you to lose weight too as well. GLP-1s, AOD, ECAs. I mean, there's a multitude of different things we can utilize.
It is a new day, new age. I try to say this to all of you out there. Try to do the right nutrition and training while you still can before you have to.
Ooh.
And that's the reality of life. And we're all going to be there one day, and we're going to have to. And what I mean by that is this situation here. I wish I got in shape prior to all the decline, but it is where it is now. And so I think you need to be on a phone call today. Tell them Mike O'Hearn, the Titan, sent you over to Titan Medical, and talk to them and say that you are overweight. You have cartilage problems. You want to lose some weight and get the BPC, TB500, the Tessamorelin. If you have to talk about a GLP or anything like that, that way you can get the weight down, which is going to automatically help the cartilage and joints feel better. But then also try to strengthen as much as you possibly can. And when it comes to training, I think going out for walks or doing anything like that, the most easy thing you can find that doesn't wreck you for the day. This is where you're at, and this is the reality of life, which is lucky because now you got Titan Medical that can help you and do this stuff. Which back in the 70s and 80s, man, you got nothing like this.
You were done. Absolutely. No options on the table.
So I'm glad you asked this. This is probably the best question of the day for me, just because we're trying to help you guys and we're trying to get you guys to a position to where you can do your thing. Hey, just for anybody out, everybody out there, remember, no one is natty. Okay? And this guy knows because he's got his photo. Oh, and his name is Lazy. Yeah, exactly.
Bones.
This is the guy you want life lessons from. Hey, give your mom her phone back and get a job, kiddo. Starbucks is hiring.
Crush
So-
it here. How can I combine wrestling, powerlifting, strongman training? My schedule for wrestling practice is Monday evening and Saturday morning. I need a good split. Thanks.
Okay, great. Powerlifting, you got your 3 days. You're going to incorporate in 1 day of strongman, right? You can do the balls or anything, the farmer's carries, anything like that on that day. Or implement in an exercise from strongman on a lifting day. So, just try to parlay 2 exercises that are more similar together. And then on Monday and Saturday, I would say you're just doing the wrestling. Don't do anything else those days. And that way you got a bit of a split. And you're doing so much, you're probably going to have to give up a little bit of secondary work in the gym and stay focused on the big lifts for strongman and powerlifting. Johnny, any insight on this one?
No, you probably know more about this than me in powerlifting and strongman training, so, and wrestling at that point. I was a basketball player, so.
Yeah, great job. Jeffrey started TRT. Here's a great one to finish out the day.
All right, started TRT, but my hemoglobin level jumped to 21.3. Well, was it just your hemoglobin, or was your hemoglobin and hematocrit and red blood cell count? I mean, listen, one of these might jump. If one's up and the other ones aren't up, it might not be a big concern. But at that point, if it did jump, then one, you could possibly lower the dose, or you can just get a donation. That's one thing. You're going to need donations when you're on hormone replacement therapy. If you're taking testosterone or any other anabolic androgen that's going to convert like that, then you're going to have to do a maintenance. And a maintenance for me would be like a TRT maintenance or HRT maintenance would be 2 times a year you're getting a blood donation to getting the plasma out. I've seen some guys, there's so many uneducated people talking on the internet, man. And like these guys, some of these guys are IBB pros and all that. And I don't care. They're spitting out dumb information and bad information that could hurt people. And one was, oh, you don't need to go get blood donations if your levels are this high. And I'm like, okay. Well, it's at a higher risk for somebody to have a blood clot, DVT, or stroke. And then the next thing after that, they're telling them like, well, just drink a lot of water. If you drink a lot of water, yeah, but that doesn't get rid of plasma, right? Like that's one thing. And then they'll say like, take aspirin because aspirin thins the blood. Well, it thins the blood for a small amount of time that might get you a little bit more time. But at that point, like, it's not going to get rid of the plasma and what it needs to do. So you do need to do a donation. I would recommend doing a donation at least 2 times a year. Now, some people might need a little bit more than that. But if it's going up all the time, you don't want to do donations all the time, you could lower the dose of testosterone. Just a little bit. Not much, but just a little bit.
Tren is life. Can anybody explain to me why is it that the emotionally retarded ones always have like never a photo of themselves? It's always a cartoon or something.
Hey, this is a
They're
safe
embarrassed.
Oh, Jeff said this is a safe place, so
This is
that's
a
why
safe
he has that. Okay,
Safe place. Trend is life.
Tren is life. Finish out, Jeffrey. Give us a banger.
God.
Here. Yeah, you ready for a banger? How about this banger?
Can I still go on fasting?
Ah.
Like giving your body the nutrients to grow. I don't know how much you might grow fasting. Probably not. Probably not. I mean,
You could.
Oh,
me?
yeah.
Yeah, right.
This guy.
I would say,
Hulk can grow no matter what. Hulk smash.
just get him mad. He'll turn green just like this shirt.
I'm confused a little bit. We do have the most amazing, like you can't argue the point now that you can reach any information you want now from the phone.
Yep.
And I was putting in some stuff, some questions and trying to get answers. And I was like, okay, this is actually really beneficial. You could dive deep. And some of these questions I knew, or, my son knows and he's 6. So I'm still curious on some of these questions that these people out there just can't comprehend. The point here is this. if you're not feeding the body, what are you doing?
Taken away. Not adding on to, you're taking away.
Yeah, I mean, it's like people already kind of know that we got to feed a body to make it work. So,
Well, I mean, if you really look at it like simplistically, you have to feed anything to grow, right? Whether it's a plant or an animal or a person. The only way that they grow is to get the nutrients they need to grow. So, I mean, at that point, one way or the other, you have to get nutrients.
yeah, let's not go off of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
better start-
here.
Is it better to start muscling up as a fat guy, or do I have to slim up first? I've never been to the gym ever before in my life. I'm around 100 kilograms, 5'10". What's that, 150?
220.
You're right, it is 220. Jesus, my math is gone there today, huh?
It's okay. I only know that because I'm a power lifter. So you've never been to the gym. So the breakdown here is, yeah, I think you go to the gym and try to get in shape first before making any dreams, I guess, right now. Let's work on if we can be consistent at the gym. I think that would be a great thing here.
Yeah, that's key.
Yeah, pretty common sense one on this one. Guys, you should always try to get in shape, my belief, and look like Johnny, and then see what you're working with, and then develop the body from there. Because you can also, and this is for you guys when you pick your trainer, pick a trainer that can actually make legging body parts better. You know, if you're genetically gifted with arms, you don't need a trainer to tell you how to do arms. But if you have no calves and legs and they've never grown, you need a trainer that can teach you how to stimulate that to grow. So we'll take this one and go off of that. And then, Johnny, I know Black Friday's coming.
Oh, yeah.
Before I let you go, can you let us know what's going on over at Titan
Sure.
Medical?
Sure. So Black Friday is coming, but you know what? Titan Medical Center does it their own way. Titan has Black Wednesday. We do that every year. So tomorrow, we're going to have all types of deals. 10% off all therapies, free blood work's going to be given away, free therapy is going to be given away, free merch is going to be given away, and then we're going to have some other specials that we're going to launch tomorrow morning. So if you want to know about all these different things, then tune into our social media, especially YouTube. 11 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. we're going to go live. We're going to be picking at least 2 winners every time we go live for blood work. So that's free blood work, right? Somebody can get very easily just tuning in. After that, I'm going to do some free merch giveaways. And I'm going to do obviously some free therapy giveaways too as well. So free consultation, free immunotherapy like a Hercules or something of that structure. And then $100 gift certificates. I'm going to be doing those giveaways too as well. Plus, if you're a patient, then you can order therapies and you're going to get discounts on probably like 2 or 3 different categories. One is libido enhancers. I've got like some stupid deals for people. And we just created one of our bigger, it's one of our most dominant libido enhancers I think we've ever made for oral. It's called our Ultraman. Ultraman has sildenafil, tadalafil, so your commercial Viagra, Cialis type deal. And then it's going to have another kicker in it that's going to raise dopamine levels too as well. So it's going to be a packed one. So if you guys are looking for these different things, then tomorrow, Black Wednesday, is a day to get it. Blood work will be discounted. So it's going to be deals all the way around.
I love it. Same thing over here. We got White Wednesday and Black Friday. We got the shirts going out
Nice.
on Wednesday and then on Friday as well for the big bash.
Oh, yeah.
This is a great one to finish out for you.
Okay. Peptides you recommend to use for fat loss while trying to keep gains. Retatrutide, that's the number 1 GLP. That thing is going to help with weight loss and help retain muscle too as well. The other one I would.
Uh-oh.
We just froze.
Just a little hiccup.
Just to let him come back here because this, I think, is a great thing. Peptides. Johnny's got a plethora of peptides. He's back.
Sorry, I don't know what happened, guys. Peptides you recommend for fat loss Retatrutide is what everybody's using right now. It helps you lose weight like a GLP plus retain your muscle. That's what all these big bodybuilders and stuff are talking about all around the internet. So if they're taking it, they're retaining their muscle. You better believe you can too as well. And you can make some really, really like big weight loss jumps, with this. My wife lost 21 pounds on this. And I'm telling you, I mean, I love my wife, but I think she went to the gym once or twice in that whole time. And she lost it. She lost it great. So there's a number of different other ones we offer too as well. Like I said, like ECAs, AOD, Sloop 332 is another good one. Amino 5MQ is another good one. There's so many different ones. So the best thing I would have you do is call or text 727-389-3220. Have our staff run through some of these different questions we would ask somebody, and then they would personalize or make some recommendations what might work best for you.
Thank you, Johnny. Thanks for doing this today.
I appreciate it, guys.
All right,
Thank you,
buddy.
guys.
Have a
All
great day today.
Sure. Talk to you later, bro.
Let's do one more on the squat.
Oh yeah, pull up that squat guy.
Yeah. We'll do this one more, guys. Hey, Bobo, will you shut that light?
Thanks, Bobo.
Thanks, Bo.
Was that one I starred?
I don't think it was. I think I clicked on it.
You were just up on the list.
Yeah. So there was a guy talking about that when he does his squats and stuff, his lower back is trashed. And so what I want to say this is I wouldn't find an alternate. What I would do is start training, first of all, that lower back, and let's start strengthening that up the best you possibly can moving forward. I know that you're a tall guy, a good size, but I would still, maybe you have to go a little lighter. I know that I got a couple wrestler buddies that are just monsters and they will not give up the squat. So we try to maybe shorten the range of motion so there's no any kind of rotation in the lower back. But again, it's strengthening that lower back the best we can. And what's probably happening, don't know your age, one of the first things for the body, the lack of blood flow to the very low back. And that's why people always, and they talk about this too, the chiropractors and doctors, it's the blood flow to that lower back that starts out with a numbing feeling and pain. And so then it's just heightened by you doing something like that. I would recommend staying in there, continue to do it, but strengthen up that lower back a little bit more on hyperextensions, good mornings. We've incorporated more good mornings in this last year.
Yeah.
And it's to warm up the back, yes, but also just make us feel like units as we're doing the squats. So
Tough. It's tough. Doing a good morning is tough.
yeah, it's such an old school exercise that is so brilliant.
Way too tough.
So thanks for hanging, guys. Hopefully the guy that was asking about the lower back and the squats, I do know people that go away from squats completely and use belt squats or other exercises. I noticed that first one to go is squats, right? And then people will go to leg press, and then the lower back starts hurting on leg press even. And so it's the loss of exercises where try to fight to stay in them. Robbie's 80 and he still squats. Now,
Yep.
it's so motivating to watch. That's it. Have a great day, guys.
Fired up to squat.